Welcome. My name is Fabian and I write down everything I learn. Absolutely everything. And in this video I will teach you the unreasonable effectiveness of writing down everything you learn. But first, why am I allowed and have the credibility to teach you about this? Well, if we haven't met yet, my name is Fabian. I'm a student for a bachelor's degree in e-commerce at the University of Applied Sciences, Würzburg-Schweinfurt. I have been recognized as one of the top 20% students, and I've been in business for 5 years as well. So I've started 3 businesses so far. First, an e-commerce shop where I sold archive fashion pieces, then a productized service agency where I streamlined people's businesses and made them leaner, more profitable, and easier to manage with Notion, which I will also talk about today. And lastly, right now I'm working on building my brand by making these educational videos that hopefully enrich your life and make you a smarter, better, and more successful business owner. With that being said, I brought my phone and I will share my screen while teaching you the simple effectiveness of writing everything down that you learn. So I will start recording my screen right now. So you should be able to see it right now. And I will move to the side so you get the best possible view. So what you're seeing right here is my Notion. If you don't know what Notion is, it is basically a note-taking app on steroids. You can put anything there, from files to media to notes to creating databases, linking our knowledge from one page to another. It's gotten so out of hand that people even call Notion their second brain, meaning that everything they used to have to keep in their head, remembering, is now stored online 24/7 on Notion. And the single greatest feature about Notion that I think personally is the best thing that ever happened to me with a note-taking software like this is that Notion is synchronized, meaning you can have it on your desktop, on your laptop, on your tablet, on your smartphone, on your smartwatch, wherever you want, and can download software, and everything is synchronized. So if you add a new blog post that you found online on your desktop, for example, you will instantly be able to read it on your phone as well. Okay. So what you can see right here is my team space that I've called after the brand name, Fabian Frank Werner. This is my channel, my brand, my business. And I have 2 huge databases that I've started recently, and I've started migrating, and I'm still in the progress of migrating all of the knowledge I've gathered over the last years, probably. So first, I will show you the simpler database of the 2, which is called Quotes. So if we go into Quotes, you will see a database, who would have thought, with all of the quotes I've stumbled over so far. And there are a lot. And I will teach you why this is just the simple best thing that can happen to you. Okay, and how I've structured this database is actually pretty simple. So first of all, I have a file name. This is simply the quote I want to remember. Then I have the origin, so who said it, who is the quote from, and I can generate lots and lots of people and just put them in there. Then I have 2 properties: when I edit the quote, and if I made changes, then it's automatically updated when the quote changed. Then where I got the quote from, and then an automatic ID that makes every quote unique so I can reference it for later use. So for example, if I want to reference quote 20, then I will know instantly quote 20, okay, I've edited on May 30th, 2024. It was said by Alex Hormozy, and it says you can make an absolute killing just by talking about what you're good at. Okay. So with that being said, this is my quote database. But I've also have a knowledge database. And in the knowledge database, this is where the true magic happens, because this is the place, this is the one database that I would call my second brain, because everything, absolutely everything that I learn is written down here. I write down everything new that I learn to get smarter, to get better, to get more successful in this database. So how is this database structured? Status simply means how far am I? If it says done, then I've written all of the knowledge I've got out of the thing that I'm referencing. If it says not started, then obviously I have not started, and in progress means that I'm still working on it. So here's the name, for example. So for example, let's have a look at how to monetize a personal brand. This was a YouTube video, so I marked it from the category. These are all of the categories I currently have. And it was a YouTube video. And this is the reference link. Then as well, when was it edited and when was it last edited. And of course it has an ID, a unique ID that makes it easily referenceable. Okay, but this time, other than time with the quotes, you can also open the page itself because I have stored the knowledge inside the page. With a quote, I don't need it because the quote is just the headline of the page itself. But the great thing about Notion is that you can store information in these pages. So every entry in a database is a new page. And with the quotes database, I simply used, let me show you real quick. With the quotes database, I just used the heading. So I could add stuff down here, but I just utilized the heading up here. And with the knowledge database, I also utilize the contents in the files themselves. So for example, I've watched this YouTube video, and wasting time on social media, at least for me, is just useful if you actually learn something. So what I did is, every book I read, every course I take, every video I watch, every lead magnet I download, I will always write down everything that has been new to me, everything I've learned, and if I stumble across some great quotes, well, great. They also get added to my quotes database. So for example, what I got from watching how to monetize a personal brand, which is a YouTube video from Leila Hormozi, well, I learned that you should try to be the talent and the CEO. You should pick a side, then hire the other. If I like something very much, then I'll also take it to my quotes database. So this is one example. But let's pick an example from another category. For example, I've read the book Deep Work by Cal Newport. And I'm using Kindle so I can highlight every line, everything that I find interesting. And all of these lines that I found interesting then get copied over to this page. And well, as you can see with Deep Work, I got a lot of value out of there. This is a summary I've got from Shortform, which makes summaries for books. I've read over the summary, I did my own summary, I compared them, I adjusted what was missing, so I made it unique to my own. Another example would be, for example, the lens through which you can currently see this video. It is a lens from Sony called the SEL2470 G Master 2. And these are, for example, all of these settings I need to adjust when I record a video like this. So with all of this knowledge being written down by me, I don't have to keep anything inside my head. It frees up mental space and allows me to have ideas. There's this great quote that says, our brain is for having ideas, not holding them. And this is the exact reason why I use a second brain, a note-taking app, and why I write down everything that's important and knowledgeable. I even went so far to write my grocery list down, so if I have a look and would search through my entire system, I would find my grocery list. If I drive into a holiday, I would have written a to-do list or a checklist where I write down everything that I need to pack to get ready very quickly. So in every circumstance of life, I do this, and it has helped me so much that it's just too good to not share it to you in a video like this. Then, for example, I'm into programming as well. I dabble with programming, and there's a Python library called Manim, Mathematical Animation Engine. It's like an acronym. And there I've written down all of the documentation, how to use it, all of the settings and parameters you would need to adjust to export a mathematical animation if you were done visualizing it. And so that I don't have to remember all of this, I just wrote it down in these fancy code blocks so I can copy paste it instantly, and I always know where I can find this information, because every database is fully searchable. So I could either search for Menem right here and I would instantly find it, or I could search through my entire system of knowledge and I would already find it as well here in Menem as a folder. The best thing is I could even search for a sub-sentence. For example, the font used must be installed in your system. So let's say the font used must be, and it is still searching and will find it as well. So I just need to know where I saved it. And if I'm really smart about doing it, and I would definitely recommend to you the same thing, do it in the database, then you don't even need to remember where you saved your file initially, because you just can search through here. I don't know, I want to have a quote about business, then I search for business and I get every result that has to do with business out of my database. I think this is absolutely mind-blowing. If you found this as helpful as I did, then I would love if you would subscribe to my newsletter, in which I have a bunch of lessons that I share to you on a frequent basis about business, about my personal learnings, about my successes, failures, and my numbers, because I make everything I learn fully transparent. The same that I taught you in this video. I made my entire knowledge learning system entirely transparent. And if you're interested in how I gain this knowledge, I have published all of the videos when I watch a YouTube video, at least so far, and write down these knowledge files in my database on my second channel. So you can find all of these recordings fully transparent there. You can see me in real time watching these videos and summarizing them and getting the knowledge into my brain and into my second brain. And yeah, I would love if you would take the time to check these things out. Of course, only if they are helpful to you. And then I will see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.